things are weird, right? Things are really weird. And I don't know if you're feeling that, but over the past couple of days, like, the weird started to hit. And I feel like when things get weird, we automatically try to jump into this place to like control everything. Like, okay, I feel weird. What can I do to fix that? And I don't think there's anything that needs to be fixed, right? Like, just like in yoga, there's no fixing a pose. There's practice that's done behind the pose, but ultimately, like, the pose is the pose is the pose. So I think the same thing goes when life gets weird. We get to the point where we are confronted with this really weird ass situation. So we can either try to grab control to it, or we can just practice. So that's what I'm bringing in today. So if you're feeling weird or you've seen some weird shit happening, like, we'll figure it out together. So today we're gonna get started in child's pose, wide legs, toes touch, allowing your chest to drop down to the mat. And just allowing yourself to be weird, like whatever feeling shows up. Like, weird is what it is. It's just a feeling of different, whether that's good or bad. Like, looking at the word weird, we use it in both ways, positive and negative. But often, like most things in our lives, we focus on the negative. The negative forces, the negative weird that shows up. And just like when it's the positive weird, no matter what it is, when it shows up, it's different. Unlike what we were prepared for or used to. And instead of clenching to something that's no longer there, the normal that once was, can you allow yourself to instead find an ease to move forward, even with the weird feeling that's there? And allowing it to just start from the very beginning of a breath. Meeting yourself where you are with the breath that comes in. And going from there, breath goes out. Allow your forehead to press into the mat. And on your next breath, slowly come up to seated onto your heels. Deep breath, reach up, stretching through, hands come to heart center. Opening practice with the sound of Om, letting it be weird. Deep breath in. Inhale, reach up. Getting down to business tabletop pose. Pressing down into your hands and knees. Drop your belly, cow pose. Exhale, cat pose. Come back to a straight spine. Right leg kicks out behind you. Left arm reaches overhead. Pulling in through the belly. And then slowly move your left arm out to the left side of the room. And then kick your right leg out to the right side of the room. Pulling in through the inner thighs. Ribs drawing under the spine. And then come back, extending to the front and back of the room. Pull it in, knee and elbow. Kick it back. Pull it in. Hold here, hugging your knee into your chest. and then kick it back straight. Holding here for another breath, taking the option to bend your right knee and grabbing to take a bind, hand to ankle. Pressing your heel to the sky if you're there. And slowly let go, meet the mat. Finding a connection once again in both hands. Drop your belly, cow pose, shoulders draw down. Round your back, cat pose. Come back to tabletop, left leg kicks back. Right arm pulls forward, hold here, finding the support through your belly. Like the weird feeling of being off balance and then finding your way back to stability. Right hand moves outside to the right, left leg kicks out to the left. And then come back. Reaching forward and back. Elbow to knee, draw in. Kick back. Draw in. Hug your knee in here. And then kick back. Holding here or bending your left knee to bind. Reaching for your left ankle and pressing up. And then slowly release down to tabletop pose. And then allowing yourself to just move the body back and forth, making circles with your hips, whatever it looks like. Like the true feeling of weird when you just like have no plan and just go and do something anyway. Taking a few moments to yourself of pure freedom. And then meeting back in tabletop pose. Slowly shift your weight forward. Bend your forearms. Press back up, table. Shift forward once more and then bend your elbows. Press back up, table. Like a modified chaturanga, leaning forward and then coming down, hovering your chest to the mat. Press up. Come back, shift your hips all the way back to your heels. Child's pose. Physically feeling the breath move through the chest, meeting the thighs, and then moving out through the nose. And then shift forward to tabletop pose. Left leg kicks out behind you. Shift your weight forward. Elbows bend, hold here. Press back up. Shift forward once more, elbows bend. Hold. Belly button draws in. Heel kicks back. Press up, come down, tabletop pose. Shift your hips back, child's pose. Breath comes in. Breath goes out. A moment followed by another, come up, tabletop pose. Right leg kicks back. Same thing, shift forward, elbows bend. Come back up. Shift forward once more, come down. Hold here. Press up, drop your knees. Take circles with your hips. Maybe you flip your wrists, stretch them out. Like really just seeing the possibilities of weird. Could be good, could be bad, and just letting it happen. Letting it serve you as ever it needs to. And then find stillness, come meet your way, downward facing dog. Hips press towards the top of the room. your outer edges of your hips pull away from one another, making the seat large. No shame to take up space, to be proud even when things are weird. Head falls easy. Toes come to touch. Right leg lifts. Knee to nose. Kick it back. Drop it down. Left leg lifts. Knee to nose. Kick it back. Drop it down. Right leg lifts once more. Bend your knee. Open up your hip. Staying here, or option to flip your dog if you're ready. Finding an opening in the heart. And slowly come back to your three-legged dog. Knee to nose. Kick it back, meet the mat. Left leg follows, reach up. Knee to nose. Kick it back, bend your knee open, flip your dog. Like if you want, if it feels right. Or maybe it feels weird and you do it anyway. But serving yourself ultimately is the purpose. Flip back over. Knee to nose. Kick it back. Downward dog. Holding here for one more breath. And then slowly step your way to your hands. Folding forward. Just allowing your head to hang. Binding at your elbows, ragdoll. Chest falls towards your thighs, leading with the heart. And just allowing whatever shows up today to be okay. Like meeting yourself right there in all of it that is. Release your hands, halfway lift. Fold. Reach up, get tall. Come back down. Halfway lift, hands plant, jump back, plank. Slowly shift forward, bend the elbows. Heart lift, up dog. Down dog. And then moving again, jump up, meet your hands. Halfway lift. Fold, building fire, root to rise, reach up. Come back. Halfway. Jump back, go through, flow again. Meeting and down dog. Like allowing it to look however it looks, not caring of what it is. Hop up again. Halfway lift. Fold. Come up. Inhale. Exhale, come back. Halfway. Exhale, jump back. Chaturanga flow. Up dog to down. Holding here in your down dog. A moment to breathe. To reset. Maybe you play around with pressing your heels one after the other down to the earth. And then find stillness, jump up, meet your hands. Halfway lift. Hold. Reach up, hips press forward. Heart open. Hands drawing behind you. Fold. Halfway lift. Fold again. Sit back, chair pose. Allowing yourself to be here. Present and weird, complete and whole. And like allowing yourself to feel whatever comes up, whether it's movement, stillness. Just finding a way to come out of the head and into the body and breath. Ultimately making your way through this journey back to the soul. Hands come to heart, elbows pull down, shoulders draw in. Thumbs come to your chest. Feeling the life force building right at the fire of your heart. Inhale, reach up, get tall. Sit back. Once again, hands to heart. Connect here, breathe in. Open your mouth, let it out. Inhale, stand up, rise. Sit back, chair pose. Like not taking it too seriously, checking in on your face. Inhale, come to standing, hips press. Forward fold. Halfway lift, jump back. Flow through, chaturanga. Up dog to down. And then go again, jump up, meet your hands. Halfway lift, fold. Reach up, come back to earth. Halfway, fold. Sit back, chair pose. For just a moment, breathe it in. Heart pulls forward, fold. Halfway lift, jump back. Flow through. As fast or as slow as you need, meeting in down dog. From here, right leg lifts, pull it all the way through. Warrior one, reach up. Hands drop, step it back, flow. Moving through. Moving through with purpose. Down dog, left leg lift, step it through. Warrior one. Breath comes in, breath comes out. Hands drop, step it back. Trusting the process to make your way on your own to down dog. Like when we get into weird, there's no manual for how we get out, so you trust you. Knowing you know best, like you're already set to handle whatever shows up. Jump up, meet your hands. Halfway lift, fold. Reach up, press hips. Fold. Halfway lift. Fold again, sit back, chair pose. Hands to heart. Maybe your eyes closed. Coming back into the space underneath the thumbs. Beating in time with the heart. Inhale, press up, come to standing. Sit back, come back in. Like the idea of even when we go out, we can always come back in for what we need. Going again, stretch out to the world. Sit back, come into the self. Hands to heart. Forward fold. Halfway lift. Flow through, go. Up dog to down. Down dog, right leg lift, step it through. Warrior one. Heart open, hands drop, again. Flow through. Down dog. From here, left leg lift, step it through. Knowing you don't have to go with me, you go at your own pace. And then somehow we'll meet all together, because that's how life works. Drop your hands, meeting in down dog. Like taking it as fast or as slow as you need to check in. Like maybe you need to burn through some shit that's been heavy. Or maybe you need to just be still within each pose. No right or wrong. There just is. Drop your knees, child's pose. Come forward in the tabletop pose. Belly button draws in. Crown of your head reaches long. Holding for just a moment to find your grounding. Then right leg kicks behind you. Pressing through the heel, shift your weight forward. Bend your elbows, hold. Press back up, come in tabletop pose. Right knee comes down. Left leg kicks back. Shift forward, bend your elbows. Press up, tabletop pose, left leg to the earth. Breathe in, right leg goes out. Shift forward, begin to draw your right heel towards your head, bend your elbows. Come back up, tabletop pose. Left leg extends, knowing where we're going, shift and bend, heel pulls towards the head. Come back to the earth. Send it back to child's pose. Come back up, tabletop, this time going right into it. Right leg extends. Shift, bend. Heel draws towards head. Maybe your chest hovers so much your chin drops to the ground. Come back up, tabletop. Right knee drops, left leg kicks up. Go for it, go forward. Press back up to tabletop. Toes tuck, cover your knees. Holding here. Right knee drops to the mat. Come hover. Left knee drops. Keeping the hips in line. Right knee drops. Come up, left knee drops. Hover in center. Keeping your left knee bent, right leg extends. Come back in. Right knee stays hovering, bent, left leg kicked. Come back to hover, kick up, downward facing dog. Finding the breath here. Like noticing where it went and now where it goes. Through the nose. Heavy out the mouth. Ah. Step up, hop up, meet your hands. Halfway lift. Fold. Reach up, hands extend overhead. And then drop your hands behind your back, interlace. Forward fold, ring out your shoulders. Hands pull to the sky. Belly button draws in. Pressing through both feet. Inhale, reach up, come back up. Fold. Halfway lift. Fold again, inhale, chair pose. Showing up here. Like weird, we keep doing chair. The pose that challenges us to be still and powerful, all in one. Like without all the fancy tricks, just simply sitting back, taking your seat and just being with it all. Inhale, stand up, hips press. Heart lifts and then come back, chair. Like there's a reason for all the madness in yoga. It's to pull out the shit that's been sitting heavy, the weirdness on our hearts, to get it out. So we sit here with it to get free from it. Deep breath in. Come to standing, press your hips. Sit back, chair pose. I know, but you can. Because if you don't, who will? Who will take your seat for you? Right? Like, how does that make sense? Someone else taking your seat. So you decide to come into your own, to deal with the weird and all the crazy. Come up, stand. Forward, fold. Halfway lift, jump back. Flow through chaturanga. Up dog to down. Toes touch, right leg lift. Step it through, warrior one. Reach up, open up right away, warrior two.
lifting in both hips, then reverse. Heart pulls towards the sky. Right elbow, right thigh, extended side angle, left hand overhead. Pressing all the way down into the left edge of your foot. Both hands extend towards the front of the room. Inhale, reach up to center, front leg straight. Sit back in, warrior two. Reverse. Extended side angle, this time right hand goes to the floor. Guiding your right hand a little bit in front of the right foot, press ups. Half moon. Setting up, feeling an opening in the hips as you kick your left foot to the back of the room. Hands pull away from one another. Left hand drops. Left heel to the sky. Pressing through, bend your left knee. Drop it outside your right ankle. Kick back up. Drop it down. Kick up once more. Pinky toes come to touch, crossing your leg, forward fold. Head falls head. Like take a load off. Finding the moments of rest after all the work. Like how are we supposed to get free of anything if we're too tired to even get to the work? Uncross your legs, forward fold. Halfway lift. Fold. Sit back, chair pose. Hands to heart, twist to the right. Taking space in between your feet, open up your hands. Left hand drops in between your feet. Right hand becomes bind your back. Maybe taking a bind, wrapping the left arm under the left thigh. Flying into birds of paradise if you'd like. Pressing into the right leg to lift the left foot off the earth. Maybe you try and do it. Maybe you try and just get to another point in your practice. Come down if you're up. Forward fold. Halfway lift. Fold. Jump back, plank. Right hand to the middle of your mat. Open up, side plank. Breathe in. And then stagger your feet, bringing your left foot in front of the right. Staying here, kicking the right leg out. Maybe grabbing for your toe, and then pressing towards the front of the room. Compass pose. Whoop. Like falling as you need. Come back to side plank. Drop it down, plank pose. Right heel presses up to the sky. Shift forward, come down. Right foot meets the earth, pull forward, up dog. Send it back, down dog. Checking in, breathing through, finding movements. I find as I start teaching, sometimes my words just come out weird because, you know, we're letting the body do the work, kind of letting the mind go. So words get weird, so we can get free. And like, also because I'm only human, y'all. Jump up, meet your hands. Halfway lift. Fold. Sit back, chair pose. Sitting here, once more. Like we've been here before and we didn't die then, so we'll be fine now. Maybe, it seems, in my experience. Then come to standing, hips press. Forward fold. Halfway lift. Jump back. Flow through, meeting in down dog. Left leg lift, step it through. 2. Reverse. Extended side angle. Left hand overhead. Reverse once more, pulling through the left side body. Extended side angle. Left hand lifts to meet the right. Pull through here. Inner thigh support so the chest can pulls to the sky. Reverse once more. Come up to center, straighten your front leg. Sit back into it. Reverse once more, because like why not? Left hand to the mat. Right hand overhead. Shift forward, half moon. Opening up the hips. Finding balance through the left foot, pressing down. Maybe so much so your left hand hovers the mat. Both hands drop to the mat. Right heel kicks up. Bend your right knee, drop it outside your left foot. Kick back up. Once more, go ahead. Like do your thing, go again. Press up towards the sky. Pinky toes come to touch, forward fold. Like let it go. You've arrived here, you did the work, so rest here. Head hangs heavy. Uncross your feet. Halfway lift. Sit back, chair pose with feet hip width distant, twist to the left. Twisting through the upper body, open up your hands. Opportunity to take bird of paradise. Like maybe you do, maybe you don't. Weird how both sides are different. It is what it is. Open back up to center. Forward fold, hang heavy. Halfway lift. Jump back, plank. Left hand to the middle of your mat. Side plank to the right. Stagger your feet. Left in front of right. Right hand grabs for your left big toe. Kick it out in front of you and then open it up towards the front of the room. Whoop, falling out if you do. Kneading back inside plank. Plank pose, come back to the earth. Drop your knees, sink it back. Like here you are. Supported and held by the earth, even when shit's real weird. Like how wonderful is that? The things around us get wild and we're still here and held. Whole and complete, just as you are. Just as you showed up today. Human, here. Come forward into plank pose. Left heel lifts. Shift forward, elbows bent. Hold. Drop your left foot, pull forward, up dog. Send it back, down dog. Toes come to touch, right leg lifts. Drop your right pinky toe to touch your left. Send your hips back. Pressing through the left toe. Right heel back to the sky, draw it in, knee to nose. Kick it back. Knee to right elbow. Kick it back. Knee to left elbow, hold. Drop it to the wrist. Pull it up, send it back. Knee to nose, hold. Step it through, crescent lunge, reach up. Open arm, twist to the right. Come back to center. Open up, warrior two. Reverse. Straighten your front leg, pressing through. From right toes to right fingertips. Bend back into your right leg, extended side angle. Breathe in. Press forward, half moon. Like getting there however that looks. And then drop your back foot down, warrior two. Inhale, reach up, straighten your front leg. Come back, sink in. Reach up, sit into it. Hold here. Right hand drops to the mat, step it back, side plank. Step your feet out to stagger. Kick your right foot out, grab for your big toe once more, compass pose, kicking your right heel towards the front of the room. Come back, side plank. Plank pose. Send it back, down dog. Left heel lifts, cross it over, pinkies touch. Left heel lifts back up to center, knee to nose. Kick it back. Knee to left elbow. Send it back. Knee to right elbow, hold. Drop it to your wrist. Pull it back up, send it back. Knee to nose, hold. Step through a crescent lunge, reach up. Open arm, twist to the left. Breathe in. Fingertips pull apart. Come back to center, open up, warrior two. Sink here. Reverse. Straighten through the front leg. Come back in. Extended side angle, pull forward. Shift up, half moon. Come back, warrior two. Reverse. Left hand meets the mat, step it back, side plank. Feet staggered. Left leg kicks out, grab for your big toe, open up. Compass pose. Send it back, drop into plank. Slowly shift forward. Belly button draws in. Lower your chest to the mat. Hands pull behind you, just fall heavy here. Simply drawing your awareness to the breath coming in and the breath releasing out. An easy flow in between it all. Extend your arms out overhead, palms face up. Big toes pull in to touch, lift up, hands and feet press to the sky. Belly button draws in. Cactus arms, bend your elbows 90 degrees, shoulders draw in.
like floor's lava almost. Pulling up through the belly button. Holding here, just because you can. Like believing that for yourself, the possibility of you can. Inhale, a little bit longer. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees, windshield wiper side to side. Coming back to center, knees stay bent. Palms grab for your inner ankles. Bow pose. Press up. Maybe playing around with your grip. Like maybe switching it to grab for the tops of your feet. It's like, why not? See what's possible. Or not. And then once you're done, lower down. Hands come under your shoulders. Press up, cobra pose, standing through the elbows. And then slowly pull your hips to the back of the room, child's pose. One breath after the other. And then shift to all fours. Dropping to your forearms. Playing around with balance and flipping your perspective. Coming into a headstand. Like just building from the bottom. Finding where you stay once you're there. Lining up your elbows, forearm distance across. Maybe checking that out, grabbing for your elbows first. And then landing there, lining up. And then bring your hands, interlacing them into a basket right in front. Pull in through the shoulders. Press down into your forearms. Staying here. Or shifting the crown of your head to your hands. Pulling the belly button in. Maybe crawling the knees in. And then staying here or tucking your toes to lift your hips. And then stepping in from there. Like adjusting if you need, coming out. Setting yourself back up. Like taking the little steps for success and then landing where you do. Staying here on the ground or kicking a leg up. And then bringing it down and other leg comes up. And then maybe taking a break, extending through the arms to child's pose. And then setting back up, one more chance at play to see what's possible. Knowing that each day is different. Pulling in through the belly button as you rise. Flexing through the feet, drawing them towards the sky, and then coming back to earth. Meeting in shell pose from child's pose. Arms draw behind you. Shoulders fall heavy. Maybe rolling your head against the mat. And then come forward, plank pose. Shift it back, down dog. Slowly step your feet up, meet your hands. Allow your head to be heavy. Press down through both feet. And then slowly rise up. Slow as you can. Make no race to get to the top. Getting there when you do. Arms stretch out overhead. Finding a neutral spine. Just checking out where the body lands.
And then draw your hands by your sides, mountain pose. Drawing your ribs in. Eagle pose, press down into the right foot. Left leg crosses over, left arm comes under. Sitting back. Whoop, falling out, coming back. Like knowing there's no failure, there's just more practice to be done. Inhale, reach up, unravel, mountain pose. Come back in. Come into the other side, eagle pose. Sink in. Right arm under, right leg over. Inhale, unravel, reach up. Come back into both feet. Inhale, arms reach up, right knee follows, pulling into the chest. Grabbing for the knee or big toe with your right hand. Standing out in front, and open up to the left. Pressing down through the left foot to find length in the hip. Whoop, falling out if you need. And then meeting back up in center. Switching your grip, opening up your chest to the right side. Come back to center, release your hands. Right leg comes back to the earth. Mountain pose, draw down through both hands to the edges of your mat. Inhale, arms lift up, left knee pulls into your chest. Grab for your big toe or knee. Open up. Pulling the inner edge of your foot towards the sky. And back to center, switch your grip. Open arm twist to the left. Come back to center, leg keeps kicking out, arms lift up. Mountain pose. Breathe in, find your stillness here. Like sometimes even just standing here in your own body can feel weird. Like knowing you're not alone when that feeling comes up. Knowing you're not alone, knowing at some point what you feel is something someone else has felt too. Bridging the gap between us all, like we're not as lonely as we think. We might feel weird, but that's normal too. Shift into your right leg, tree pose. Take it where you want to go. And then stay with yourself right there in that spot of perfect. Perfect to you. Like that's all that matters. Left knee draws in, mountain pose. Shift over into the left foot, tree pose. Come back to center, arms reach up, forward fold. Step your feet back, plank. And then step your feet back to your hands. Send it through, staff pose. Coming to seated. Arms reach up, fold forward. Drawing your shoulders down your back so your heart leads the way. Like physically looking at it as if the heart's crossing the finish line. Inhale, reach up, hands plant behind you. Reverse plank, lift your hips. Bottoms of your feet press down. Pulling your collarbones open. Like cracking the heart open here. Lower down, bend your knees, hug in. Shoulders release. Hands press behind you, lift up, reverse tabletop. Hips lift. Pulling the elbows in towards one another. Pressing down into the right foot, left leg kicks out. Outer left ankle to right thigh. Figure 4 legs. Lifting the left hip in line with the right. Kick it out, left foot to the mat. Come down. Hug your knees. Once more, hands plant, reverse table. Lift up, right leg lifts, figure 4. Find your center. Drawing the crown of your head towards the back of the room. Lower down. Hug your knees. And then swing yourself to face the left edge of your mat. Setting up for frog pose. Hands plant in front of you. Knees come out wide. And then drawing your ankles under your knees, lining up 90 degrees. And then once you feel steady, hips supported, checking in, drop in, opening up the hips, staying here with yourself. Feeling the hips open as you press in towards the right side of the room. Belly button draws in. Where you are right now. Surrounded by 4 walls or open air. Knowing that within this space you've created for yourself, this space wrapped by skin and muscle and bones, to house the spirit, there is a safe space right here within who you are. So when things get weird, like when worlds start closing down, when the feeling in your stomach feels like butterflies, whatever it is, there's a place you can go, right within yourself. And it starts with the breath. And then slowly lower your chest forward, bend your knees. Windshield wiper side to side. And then pressing back up. Coming to staff pose at the front of your mat. Reach up. Hold forward. Lift up, slowly lower down to the mat. Like here you are. Held by earth, supported by breath. Bend your knees. Hands plant to the earth. Bridge pose, lift up. Lower down. Go Going up once more for bridge. Your hands come to your shoulders. Pressing up for wheel. Slowly lower down. Bottom of your feet come to touch, knees fall out wide. Allowing yourself to pull your awareness from the room and noticing the feeling of your skin, the air moving around it, and then coming deeper, feeling the sensation of your muscles, whatever that may be. And then begin to imagine your muscles wrapping around your bones, like bubble wrap for the body. Knowing the bones keep you stacked and tall and supported. And all of that's created to support this spirit that you are, that you've always been. Before and after your creation. Before and after this body. And then breathing into that. Open your mouth, sigh it out. Slowly draw your knees into your chest. Kicking your heels up to the sky. And then drawing your knees into your chest, pulling in for happy baby. Extending one leg and the other. And then draw everything in towards center. Slowly lower down into Shavasana. Allowing yourself to ease into conversation with spirit. Checking in to see what is. And then sitting to spend time with who you are, right in your very core.
I'm at a stage in my life where I will never sacrifice peace of mind. At a stage in my life where the past no longer has power over me. At a stage of life where happiness is always my choice. Slowly start to notice the feeling of your body on the mat. The room around you. Finding movement as you do. And then rolling over to your left side. Making your way up to an easy seat. Taking your time. Inhale, arms reach up overhead as hands fall to heart center. Closing our practice with the sound of Om. Deep breath in. Om. The weird in me bows and loves the weird in you. Till we meet again. Namaste.
Well, thanks for joining, y'all. Things might be weird, but, you know, we always get through. You know what I mean? We always figure it out.